So, 206. Saan na? Ito. Yan, please wait for a while lang ha. Pero again, yung setup natin na sinasabi ko, next week pa yun. So, ibig sabihin, meron pa tayong meeting sa Friday. Online naman, sadya ngayong linggo. Ayaw gumana naman. Isa pa. Sorry ha, ulitin ko kasi ganun minsan eh. Kailangan ulitin para gumana. Ba, makulit. Ayaw. Ba ay ayaw. Yan. Okay. So medyo nag-loading pa lang. And so far, we have started with this discussion naman. Ano? So we were able to cover up to the case 2. Tama ba? Case 2. Yun yung talagang natapos natin yesterday. Ano? Pero, yesterday also, we started with the discussion of case 3 ng group 1. Wherein, ito naman ay ina-apply kapag ang both sine and cosine are raised with an even exponent. Okay? So, yung process natin for cases 1 and 2 are the same. Parehas lang. Wherein, sa cases 1 and 2, we factor out something. Tapos yung remaining function, we replace it with an identity. Okay? So, dito naman, we don't have that step. Wala tayong nung step na fina-factor out. Dito ay directly, isa-substitute natin yung sine squared and cosine squared with the following identities. Yesterday also, we showed you how these identities was derived. It came from the double angle reduction pattern. Ano, na this came from the double angle formulas for cosine. So galing to doon. Okay? Doon natin kinuha itong mga pamalit na ito. Okay? And again, ang steps lang natin dito is before we can substitute this, itong sine squared and cosine squared na ito, we should express it in terms of sine squared and cosine squared. So ibig sabihin, gagawin natin yung, let's say for example, kunyari lang, ang given ay sine raised to 6x. So in order to write it na merong sine squared, so this is the same as yung sine squared, then raised to an odd exponent, raised to 3. Kasi itong 3 multiplied by 2, it will become 6. Okay, so meaning, pwede na natin, given that we were able to represent it or to write it na merong sine squared, pwede na natin itong ipalit. Okay, pero ganun lang ang gagawin natin. Now, the unique thing about this case 3, unlike the case 1 and case 2 we're in, we can only apply it once or we just have to apply it once. Ito naman, for case 3, this may be applied as long as sine or cosine is still raised to an even exponent. So hanggat meron pa siyang exponent na even, pwede natin paulit-ulit gamitin itong case 3 natin until applicable. Okay? Until mawala na yung exponent natin. Okay? So ito ay pwedeng paulit-ulit gawin. And we showed you one example of that given sine squared and cosine squared dz, wherein in this situation, dalawang beses natin siya ginamit. Ano? Kasi after nating ma-substitute yung substitution natin for sine squared and cosine squared and then we multiplied it, may lumabas na naman cosine squared. And the only way that we can solve for the integral of that cosine squared is to apply this again. Okay? So bale, dalawang beses natin siyang ginamit. Now, there are situations wherein tatlong beses siya or apat na beses siyang ina-apply. Yun naman ay para, ano nga to? That is para mawala yung exponent. Okay? So ngayon, what we'll do is we'll have another example and then later on I will ask you to answer some situations as well or some given as well. Okay? So isulat muna natin dito yung kailangan nating ipalit. So according to case 3, sine squared u will be replaced by 1/2 minus 1/2 cosine 2u wherein u refers to the angle present during that time. And then cosine squared u, what we'll substitute to this is 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine 2u as well. Okay? So ngayon, again, before we can apply these substitutions, we should make sure that the given is of this format. Dapat siya ay express as sine squared o kaya express as cosine squared like in the situation. Itong integral of sine raised to 4 1/3 t dt, kung mapapansin nyo, hindi pa siya express as sine squared. So we have to rewrite this na in terms of sine squared. And how do we do it? So ang gagawin lang natin, dapat meron siyang sine squared. Yan, 1/3 t. Then raised to what exponent? Based on what we've been doing so far, ano ang exponent ito? This should be raised to, same as what we did before with the case 1 and case 2 kasi tinuruan ko na kayo nito, di ba? Kapag raised to 4, raised to 6, or whatever, yan, raised to 2 dapat siya. Okay, that's correct. Kasi we can only apply the substitutions if it is expressed in terms of sine squared. Okay? So ngayon, given na meron na tayong sine squared dito, pwede na nating i-apply yung substitution natin, wherein according to the substitution, kapag sine squared, we may replace it with 1/2 minus 1/2 cosine 2u, wherein u refers to the angle present. In this situation, ang u natin ay itong 1/3 t. Okay? So meaning, ang ating magiging substitution dito ay 1/2 minus 1/2 cosine 2 times the angle, which is 1/3 t. So bali siya ay magiging cosine 2/3 t dt. Aba, raised to 2 pala to. Yan. Kuha nyo? Kuha natin? Now, unlike cases 1 and 2 that I suggest for you to use U substitution first before doing the expansion dito, we have no choice but to do the expansion first. Meaning, expand muna natin siya using FOIL method or whatever method necessary, multiplication, distribution, or again, whatever operation is necessary in order for us to expand the whole thing. So dito, tulad nito, this 1/2 minus 1/2 cosine 2/3 t is raised to 2. So ibig sabihin, this whole thing is being multiplied by another set of this one, or this is being multiplied by itself. Ano? So if we are to write this, this is the same as 1/2 minus 1/2 cosine 2/3 t, which is being multiplied to 1/2 minus 1/2 cosine 2/3 t dt. So again, sir, bakit po naging dalawa? Kasi nga raised to 2. And that exponent tells us how many times or how many of itself should we have there before we multiply them. So dito, dahil raised to 2 siya, ibig sabihin, may dalawa tayong pinag-multiply na parehas. And to simplify this, we may apply FOIL method. Kaya nga natin sinulat na ganyan para mas madali nyo ma-apply yung FOIL method. Okay? However, shortcutin na natin siya. Ano? So if we apply FOIL method here, 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4. Then 1/2 times negative 1/2 is negative 2/4 times 2, bali negative 1/2. Cosine 2/3 t plus the square of the second term, which is 1/4 cosine squared 2/3 t dt. Okay? So yan, ito shortcut na natin. Pero if you want to apply the FOIL method religiously or step by step, pwede naman. Wala namang kaso doon. Ito lang, pero ito yung magiging result niya after you have applied the FOIL method. Ano? Now, the next thing to do, what do you think should be done in order for us to solve for the integral of this? Anong gagawin natin dito given that we are dealing with multiple terms? So how do we solve for the integral of multiple term function? Paano natin masasolve yan? Anong gagawin natin sa dapat yan ay pag-aanahin yan. Paghihiwalayin, that's correct. So we're supposed to solve for the integral of that separately. So this is the same as solving for the integral of 1/4 dt minus the integral of 1/2 cosine 2/3 t dt plus the integral of 1/4 cosine squared 2/3 t dt. Yan. Kuha ba natin? Kuha nyo? Okay. Yan. Ngayon, pag ganito, kung gusto nyo sabay-sabayin, wala namang kaso. Di pagsabay-sabayin ninyo. Pero I suggest, isa-isahin natin ang pagsasolve para hindi tayo nalilito. Like in this situation, the integral of 1/4 dt is 1/4 t. Utay-utay natin. So, ganyan talaga ang pag-solve. Then, this 1/2 at saka itong 1/4 na ito, since they are constant, they may be brought outside. So, we have 1/2 here, cosine 2/3 t dt, tapos yung 1/4, the integral of cosine squared 2/3 t dt. Yan. Kuha natin? Kuha niyo ba? Okay. Now, the next thing is, so since we were able to solve for the integral of the first term, let's focus now on the second term. Dito. Given cosine 2/3 t dt, what method do you think is applicable in order for us to solve for its integral? Cosine 2/3 t dt. So what do we do with this? Anong method, anong technique ang gagamitin natin dito to solve for the integral of cosine 2/3 t dt? So ito will go back to the basic. Pero ano yung basic technique natin na gagamitin dito with cosine 2/3 t? Anyone? Mag-Giu substitution. That's correct. So here, in solving for the integral of the second term, we'll apply U substitution, where in this case, our U is 2/3 t. 2/3 t. Okay? Bakit? Kasi after substitution, it'll be, again, 1/4 t. Ito na yung integral natin sa first term natin. Na after substitution, it'll be cosine U. Okay, so if we replace 2/3 with u, bali magiging cosine u siya. Now we just need a substitution for dt wherein we'll get it from the derivative of this. The derivative of 2/3 t is 2/3 dt. Pero take note, what we need is just dt. So we don't need that 2/3 there. So what we do, we may divide both sides by 2/3 or we may multiply both sides by the reciprocal. By multiplying both sides by the reciprocal, we'll be able to get we'll be able to cancel out 2/3. Ano? So it'll be 3/2 du is equal to dt. Okay? So ibig sabihin, that dt will be replaced by 3/2 du. Kuha natin. Then, we still have that plus 1/4. The integral of, hindi pa natin nasosolve yan, itong third term natin. Kung gusto nyo sabay-sabayin, wala namang kaso. Pero ang ginagawa natin ngayon ay isa-isa. Ini-isa-isa natin yung bawat term. So mamaya natin sasolve yung cosine squared. So ngayon, we have cosine, negative 1/2 cosine u, 3/2 du. Given that 3/2 is a constant, we're supposed to bring it outside. And since 1/2 is already outside, we're supposed to multiply it with that. So it'll lead us to 1/4 t minus 3/4 t, 3/4, the integral of cosine u du. Okay? Then the third term, which is 1/4, the integral of cosine squared 2/3 t dt. Okay? Now, given that we are dealing with the second term, we now have a formula for the integral of cosine u. So what is the integral of cosine u? The integral of cosine u is, what is that? Ano ang integral ng cosine u according to the list of formulas that we have? Should it be positive or negative sign? Yun yung nakakalito eh. Ano yung positive at negative? Positive sign. Tama ba? Tama. Positive sign. So meaning, we'll have the integral of cosine u is sine u plus 1/4 the integral of cosine squared 2/3 t dt. Then, ibabalik natin yung original u natin which is 2/3 t. So bali we have 1/4 t tama. 1/4 t 3/4 sine 2/3 t plus 1/4 the integral of cosine squared 2/3 t dt. So bale, so far we were able to solve for the first term nung kanina pinag-iwahiwalay natin. Nakuha na natin ang integral ng 1/4 dt at nakuha na din natin ang integral ng 1/2 cosine 2/3 t dt. Ang kailangan lang natin solvein ay itong the integral of 1/4 cosine squared 2/3 t dt. Wherein, how do we solve for this given cosine squared? Anong i-apply natin ulit dito? Considering that we are dealing with case 3, we may apply another case 3 here. Kasi raised pa siya sa isang even exponent. So, ganyan talaga yan. Paulit-ulit talaga yan. Ano? So, it'll be 1/4 t minus 3/4 sine 2/3 t. And then, if we apply the case 3 again, Yung cosine squared 2/3 t, it will be replaced by 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine 2u, wherein u represents the angle present at the time. So in this case, ang u natin ngayon ay 2/3 t na. Okay? So if we substitute this, it will be 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine 2u. Or in this case, kung ang u natin ay 2/3 t, what should be the angle of cosine here? Ano yung kasama ng cosine dito? Should it still be 2/3 t or iba na yung mapapasama sa kanya? What will it be? Ano na? Anyone? Uy, ano yung kasama ng 2/3? Ano na yung kasama ng cosine? 2/3 pa rin ba? Or iba na? Considering that, we substituted 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine 2u. And u represents the present angle, which in this situation is 2/3 t. So ano na yung magiging kasama niya? 2/3 t pa rin ba? Or iba ng value? And if it's another value, what value is that? Ano yung kasama ng cosine dito? Anyone? Yan ay 4/3. 4/3 t. That's correct. So we have 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine 4/3 t dt. Then again, to solve this, given that we are dealing with two terms, pwede na natin itong paghiwalayin. Okay? So it will be, let's copy the answers that we have a while ago. So it will be 1/4 t minus 3/4 sine 2/3 t. Again, hindi nyo naman kailangang, kung kaya nyo pagsabay-sabay yung process, pagsabay-sabay nyo yung pag-integrate. Pero again, the reason why we are doing this step by step ay para pag binalikan natin, alam natin kung saan nanggaling yung integral ng bawat isa. Okay? So dito, dahil we are dealing with multiple terms, pwede na natin siyang paghiwalayin, taking note that itong 1/4, it should be distributed to all the terms na pinaghiwalay natin. So it will be 1/4 the integral of 1/2 dt plus 1/4 the integral of 1/2 cosine 4/3 t dt. Okay? So given that 1/2 is a constant, we're supposed to bring it out. Same thing with this 1/2 here. And since they have 1/4 already outside of it, so it will be multiplied to that. So we'll have 1/4 t minus 3/4 sine 2/3 t. Then 1/4 times 1/2 is 1/8 the integral of dt. Plus, ito naman ay 1/8 the integral of cosine 4/3 t dt. Ngayon again, hindi ko kayo pipilitin or what I suggest is always do it step by step. The integral of 1/8 dt is 1/80. So we'll have here 1/4 t minus 3/4 sine 2/3 t plus 1/8 t plus 1/8 the integral of cosine 4/3 t dt. Now, before we solve for the integral nitong last term natin, itong cosine 4/3 t, take note that we have like terms. We have 1/4 t at saka meron tayo nitong 1/8 t. Okay? So we may combine it. If we combine it, that will result to 1/4 plus 1/8, that is 3/8. So bali siya ay 3/8 t minus 3/4 sine 2/3 t. Now we may focus on the last term, which is asking for the integral of cosine 4/3 t dt. And same as what we did with solving this na naggamit tayo ng u substitution, ganun ulit. But this time, ang u natin, hindi na 2/3. Bakit? Kasi yung 2/3 ibinatay natin sa kasama ng cosine. In this situation, ang u natin ay 4/3. Okay? So that will be our u substitution. So our u here is 4/3 t. And the substitution for dt, we'll get it from the derivative of this. So the derivative of 4/3 t is 4/3 dt. And considering this, to solve for, dahil ang kailangan lang natin ay dt, we don't need that 4/3 there. So bale, we'll multiply this by its reciprocal para ma-eliminate yung 4/3. Or we may divide it by another 4/3 then. So it will lead us to 3/4 du is equal to dt. So, ibig sabihin, yung dt, papalitan natin ng 3/4 du. Okay? So, now, let's continue our answer here, or our solution here. So, bali siya ay yan. So, bale, isulat natin yung mga answers natin that we already have. So, we have 3/8 t. Sorry. Minus 3/4 sine 2/3 t. Yan. Then, plus 1/8, the integral of cosine u, and then dt will be replaced by 3/4 du. Yan. Okay? Yan. Given that 3/4 is a constant, it was supposed to be brought outside. So, given that we already have that 1/8 there, so bale, it'll be multiplied again. Ano? So, it'll be 1/8 times 3/4, which is brought out, that is equivalent to 3/8 times 4, that is 32. The integral of cosine u du. And a while ago, we already solved for what is the integral of cosine u du, which will lead us to sine u, tama ba? Sine u plus c. So that will be the integral. So sine u plus c. However, our final answer should be in terms of whatever was represented by u, and in this situation, that is 4/3. So we have 3/8 t minus 3/4 sine 2/3 t plus 3/32 sine 4/3 t plus c. So this is our final answer. Yeah. Kuha nyo? Kuha nyo ba? Now, in this situation, bale, how many times? Medyo mahaba siya. Pero again, the reason naman kung bakit ito mahaba, kasi in step by step naman natin. Pinakita natin kung paano sinasolve yung first term, yung second term, hindi natin siya pinagsabay-sabay. Pero in your solution, kung kaya nyo pagsabay-sabayin, edi pagsabay-sabay ninyo. Wala namang kaso doon. Pero naunawaan nyo ka? Did you get this situation? So again, when we are dealing with, when sine is raised to an even exponent, we're supposed to substitute the following substitutions to sine squared and cosine squared. 1/2 minus 1/2 cosine 2u for sine squared, and 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine 2u for cosine squared. Okay? Then after that, do not restrict yourselves with just the use of one single tawag ito, of the application of this case 3 ng isang beses lang. This case 3 may be applied multiple times. So in this situation, we may apply it multiple times, and dito, dalawang beses siya in-apply. Kuha niyo ba? Okay? So as a sort of practice, before we move on with the next one, try working on this one. Ito yung application lang ng case 3. So try working on, let's say you are asked to solve for the integral of cosine raised to 4 5y dy. Okay? Yeah. Try nyo nga yan. So I'll give you 5 minutes to work on that. Cosine raised to 4 5y dy. And I'll give you a hint. Dito, dalawang beses din i-apply tag dito, ang case 3. Okay? Go. So again, 5 minutes to work on that. Go. And so we have some answers already. Ano? Okay, and so we have 3/8 y plus 1 over 20 sine 10y plus 1 over 160 sine 20y. Okay, so wait. Let's wait for the others to finish as well. Ano? Pero we'll show you the solution para na lang ano. Wait lang, mag-insert lang ako ng blank page. Paano ba mag-insert ng blank page? Nasa ba yan? Insert new slide. Yan. Yan. Okay, so the given that we have is cosine raised to 4, 5y dy. Okay? So, sulat na lang natin kasi blank page naman to. So, we have the integral of cosine raised to 4, 5y dy. Now, following the case 3 again of group 1, so we're supposed to substitute 1/2 plus dahil raised to 4 siya and cosine siya. So, we're supposed to substitute 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine 2u. However, we can only do that kung ang given natin is expressed as cosine squared. So, we are to rewrite this first in terms of cosine squared. Ano? So, here, cosine raised to 4 5y may be rewritten as cosine squared 5y quantity raised to 2 dy. Yan. So, since we already have that cosine squared which we need in the substitution, we may now apply the substitution wherein it will lead us to 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine 2 u. So the u that we are referring to here is 5y. So bali cosine 2 times 5y, that is 10y. So bali cosine 10y na dapat ito. Cosine 10y. Quantity squared dy. Now, before we do any u substitution or whatever, we're supposed to expand this first. So again, it is the unique thing with case 3 than case 1 and case 2. We're supposed to expand it first before the u substitution, which is what we don't do with the cosine cases 1 and 2 na inuuna natin ang u. Okay? So dito, expand muna tayo. So, given that it is raised to 2, meaning this 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine 10y is being multiplied by another 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine 10y. Then we have that dy here. Ngayon, we'll apply FOIL method here. So you may apply it na step by step. Pwede nyo naman gawin yun. And then we'll have here 1/4 plus 1/2. Ito na yung shortcut natin for the FOIL method. Cosine 10y plus 1/4 cosine squared 10y dy. Now, after reaching up to this point, we may now solve this separately, right? So, we'll solve for the integral of 1/4 dy plus the integral of 1/2 cosine 10y dy plus the integral of 1/4 cosine squared 10y dy. Okay? Ngayon, the integral of 1/4 dy, medyo sasabay-sabay na natin siya ha. The integral of 1/4 dy is 1/4 y. Okay? And so yun na yung integral nitong unang term natin. Ngayon, for this second term, yung 1/2, we're supposed to bring it out. So we'll have 1/2 outside. Then, to solve for the integral of what will remain, which is cosine 10y dy, we're supposed to apply u substitution, wherein our u is 10y. And the replacement for dy, we'll get it from that. The derivative of 10y is 10 dy. But since we don't need that 10, so we divide both sides by 10, leaving us with 1 over 10 du is equal to dy. So meaning, ang 10y papalitan natin ng u, ang dy papalitan natin ng 1 over 10 du. So it will result to cosine u, then we have 1 over 10 du plus 1/4 the integral of cosine squared 10y dy. Now, since 1 over 10 is a constant, we may bring it outside. So it will be 1/4 y, and since we already have that 1/2 outside, so it will become 1 over 20, the integral of cosine u du. Now, by bringing it outside, we can now apply the formula for cosine u, which will give us sine u. Ano? So therefore, our answer here, idiretso na din natin yung substitution ng u. Our answer here is 1 over 20 sine u, or our u is 10y. So bali 1 over 20, yan, sine 10y. Okay? Well, for this one, given that we are dealing with cosine squared again, so we'll apply case 3 again. Okay? So ibig sabihin, isa-substitute ulit natin yung 1 half plus 1 half cosine 2u, na yung u natin this time is 10y. So bali siya ay magiging cosine 20y dy. Then after that, given that we are dealing with multiple terms, we may now solve for its integral separately, taking note that 1/4 will be distributed as well. So we have here 1/4 y plus 1 over 20 sine 10y then yung 1/4 ay distributed, so we have 1/4 the integral of 1 half dy plus 1/4 the integral of 1 half cosine 20y dy. Okay, so again, sabay-sabay na natin. Itong 1 half pwedeng ilabas, same thing with this one. And ang integral nito is 1/8, 1 over 8 dy, 1 over 8y. So you have 1/4 y plus 1 over 20 sine 10y plus 1 over 8y. Then, same thing with this one, we have 1 over 8, the integral of cosine 20y dy. Okay? Ngayon, given that 1/4 y and 1/8 y are like terms, we may combine them, giving us with 3/8 y, tama ba? Yan. Plus 1 over 20 sine 10y plus 1 over 8, the integral of cosine 20y dy. Now, in solving naman this one, we may apply the same u substitution, but this time, ang u natin ay 20y. And dy will be replaced by 1 over 20 du. Okay? So, let's proceed. So, we have 3/8 y plus 1 over 20 sine 10y. Then, by doing u substitution, off mic ba? Siguro mahina na lang din ang signal. Wait, I read a message here. Buhay naman. Off mic ba? Yeah, buhay. I mean, yung icon sa akin buhay. So, kung may connection problems, I apologize. Pero parang wala naman eh. But anyway, let me proceed na lang din. Ano? So here, we have, ano nga to? Yan, wala ako. Plus 1 over 8, the integral of cosine u, kasi yung 20y magiging u, and yung dy magiging 1 over 20 du. Given that 1 over 20 is a constant, we're supposed to bring it outside. It will lead us to 3/8 y plus 1 over 20 sine 10y plus 1 over 160 kasi 1/8 times 1 over 20 is 1 over 160. Then, the integral, sabay na natin, the integral of cosine u du is sine u plus c. Then, the final answer is ibalik yung u natin, which is 20y. So, you have 3/8 y plus 1 over 20 sine 10y plus 1 over 160 sine 20y plus c. So, this is our final answer, which as I observe from the answers that you have sent here, it's the same. Parehas naman tayo ng sagot. Okay? Ang gusto ko lang namang makuha nyo dito is that itong, tawag dito, itong case 3 natin, this is something that may be applied repeatedly. And that is what we did here. Paulit-ulit natin siyang ginamit until we are able to get the final answer. Kuha nyo ba? Kuha natin? Ayan. So since it's almost time, I don't think it's enough time for us to discuss yung group 2 anymore. Ano? So bali ang gagawin natin, we'll continue this next meeting. Kaya na naman natin tapusin yun. I mean, we can now finish our discussions of these solvable groups next meeting. Okay? So the question is, do you have any question or any clarifications at all?